100% loony. Well, what does that even mean? Well, this is an exclusive documentary. Here at Media Essentials' incredible headquarters, we'll be trailing into the archive vaults to take a look at some incredible clips during the golden age of American animation from Warner Brothers, with using this, the Looney Tunes Complete Golden Collection. We'll be taking a look at some of the animated movies which were produced in the studio, as well as its two live-action animated hybrids, Looney Tunes Back in Action and Space Jam. So, before we even met the crazy cast, including Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck and whatnot, the series had a bit of an unusual star. His name was Bosco. He was known as Bosco the Talking Kid. Now we're going to take a look at his very first Looney appearance, which appeared in 1930. That's about 90 years ago. In which he debuted alongside his girlfriend called Honey in the short Sinking in the Bathtub.
We made the first one in 1930. It was the first Looney Tune called Sinking in the Bathtub. And that started it.
Back then, the cartoons were in black and white. In fact, most films were in black and white, and certainly all short subjects were. Their first character was a character named Bosco. He's the epitome of the 1930s Depression-era optimistic character icon that Hollywood was trying to sell to the public, to cheer people up.
Come on now, everybody sing! We're in Tommy, the sky's sunny.
He was happy, and he would sing in the face of anything.
The very first Bosco cartoon, Sinking in the Bathtub, it starts with him singing in the Bathtub, and establishes the entire reason why the cartoons are there.
Warner's had a publishing company, a music publishing company, and they bought the cartoons to start with to exploit their songs.
You hear the song in the cartoon, and you'll leave the theater thinking, I really like that song, maybe I should go and buy it. And you go to the store and you buy that piece of sheet music. And that's really what the cartoons were meant to do. They're early music videos. And then we have those cartoons where there isn't a dominant character, and yet it's still all about a big performance. Pig and Moon is a great example where it's this really early song about the islands. So it's about ukuleles and grass skirts and palm trees.
Only the dawn came a little too soon as we watched the Pig and Moon.
All these songs are coming from the Warner catalog, and all these songs are basically being used as the kernel of an idea of what the cartoons would be about.
When you see an early 30s cartoon with Bosco, it could just as well be Mickey Mouse. Or any number of other 30s characters. They're just that kind of cheerful rubber hose animated characters that populated early 30s cartoons from virtually every studio.
Later on, the series became very popular, so popular that in 1931, Warner's commissioned another series by the two directors, Rudolph Ising and Hugh Harman, who first started the series in 1930, and those were the Merrie Melodies. And their release began in August 1931 in the short starring Foxy. It was called Lady Play Your Mandolin. But according to this next clip that we're going to show in just a moment from the, well, apparently according to the Toonheads special, The Lost Cartoons, they actually said that Lady Play Your Mandolin has not been seen since its original theatrical release. Also, later on in 1933, because of pressuring cuts of money from Leon Schlesinger, the guy who produced the cartoons, Hugh Harman and Rudolph Ising broke away from Leon Schlesinger and took Bosco with them to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer when they continued the release of the cartoons under the name Happy Harmonies. They continued to feature Bosco, who later became a recognisable African black boy until 1938 when the series folded, or I think Bosco left. But anyway, they was looking for a replacement character, and that character was none other than a small little boy called Buddy. Now, Buddy was a really cute little character who Bob Clampitt once described as Bosco in whiteface. He basically had a young girlfriend called Cookie. And if you see this 2 pages here, those are the actual sketches from 2 of Buddy's own cartoons. The top one is from Buddy Steps Out, and the bottom one is from Buddy's Adventures, released in 1934 and 1935. In 1935, however, Friz Freleng created a coloured merry melody called I Haven't Got a Hat, and they actually introduced a character who became a superstar to not only Schlesinger's but to the series as well. His name? Porky Pig.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear.
Porky Pig made his cute and affectionate debut in a 1935 cartoon directed by none other than Friz Freleng. The short was called I Haven't Got a Hat, and was basically, it featured a group of new Warner Brothers characters who were supposed to replace Buddy, the star of the Looney Tunes. Porky's debut was so cute that audiences loved him. So Porky Pig became Schlesinger's first and only cartoon star. However, the studio tried really well to include other characters for different cartoons. For example, Ham and X got their own few cartoons. Bean starred in 3 cartoons with Little Kitty, and Tex Avery came along in 1936 and created his first cartoon with the duo Porky and Beans in Gold Diggers of 49.
That's all, folks.
But it wasn't until 1940 when Tex Avery really put the Warners on the cartoon map. Warners was looking for a new, fresh cartoon star. The result? Someone who's very clever, very smart, and very wascally indeed. And we'll be meeting him in just a moment. What's up, Jack? Sorry about that, folks. Welcome back to 100% Looney. Now, it wasn't until 1940 when Tex Avery created another rabbit short. There's been all sorts of rabbit shorts. We had Elmer's Candid Camera, which marked the debut of Elmer Fudd. We've had Porky's Hare Hunt, the very first one, the direct opposite of Porky's Duck Hunt, and we also had Harem Scarum and all sorts of other rabbit shorts. But this one, released in 1940, marked the official birth of this cartoon star I'm holding in my hand. I'm talking about the one and only Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny made his official debut in 1940's A Wild Hare, directed by none other than Tex Avery. This was actually the very first
What's up,
true
Doc?
Bugs Bunny short after the studio
rabbit down
has
there,
completed
and I'm trying
a
to catch
few more Hunter and Rabbit shorts. Also in Bugs' career, he also became very successful and very popular with the public. He even became the mascot for Warner Brothers. In 1958, he won his only Oscar, 90 Night Bugs, which was directed by Friz Freleng.
Close it up again! Okay, Rabbit. You forced me to use force.
No more classes, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. Yahoo! Free summer vacation. Yahoo! Yahoo! Hey, just an apple polishing minute. What is all this? Why, I haven't been in school since I was a little bitty bunny. Oops. Can you imagine anybody acting like that? You know, I think the poor guy's screwy.
Oh, hello! Whoa! You gave me a fright here. We had a look back at Bugs Bunny's incredible debut and his only Oscar-winning short from 1958, 90 Night Bugs. But, as you can see over here, this is a typical Looney Tunes title card. Now, the Looney Tunes were actually very famous for this. The rings. But, however, the titles have had a bit of a few changes over the years. Especially because in 1936, in Merrie Melodies, they debuted with the rings, whereas the Looney Tunes carried on with some music notes around Porky's face. Then, the series developed using the rings in 1942, in the black and white ones. And then in 1964, when Warner Bros. Cartoons closed down, when Patty Freleng created some shorts, they didn't have the rings at all. They had a bit of an abstract intro. Followed by 1967, when Warner Bros. 7 Arts took over. But the rings were famous. So, we had a look at Bugs Bunny. Let's take a little look at the opening and closing credits from various shorts. And trust me, there's been a lot of changes over the years. Check it out.
end.
I actually like the intro with the fat wings from 1955 onward. It's very attractive, and those are just some of the intros and one closing of how both the Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies opened over the years. A few examples. Well, we're gonna take a short break, but coming up straight after, we'll be taking a look at the terrible time when Warner Brothers had to close down their cartoon shop in 1964. Plus, television brought out the award-winning The Bugs Bunny Show, and we'll be finding out what life was like after the animation, when the BBC, Boomerang, and all sorts of other broadcasters broadcasted the iconic series, as well as subsequent movies such as Space Jam and Looney Tunes Back in Action. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. 1964 was a very big year for Warner Brothers because a lot has changed. They moved to a new studio. Arthur Q. Bryan passed away in 1959, so it was up to Mel Blanc to take over the Fudd and voice for Elmer Fudd. And Warner Brothers Cartoons Incorporated closed down completely. But all was not lost. In 1964, David H. Tapati and Friz Freleng, best known for their animated titles of the Pink Panther films and of course the Pink Panther shorts, recruited to Warner Bros. to make 25 cartoon shorts, starting with Pancho's Hideaway. He continued with the Daffy and Speedy series. And then in 1967, David H. Tapati and Friz Freleng's production company discontinued relations with the Warner Brothers, meaning to set up a new cartoon division in 1967. Alex Lovey from the Hanna-Barbera plant took over, and he continued with the Daffy and Speedy series, also introducing new characters such as Merlin the Magical Mouse and Cool Cat, and ending with the 1969 version of Injun Trouble, which starred Cool Cat. Warner Bros. Decided to discontinue all short subjects, meaning with the closing of their resuscitated cartoon division. But television became very popular. So at the start of the 1960s, Bugs Bunny had his very own show, and trust me, it was a huge hit. It was known as the Bugs Bunny Show.
It's here. ABC TV invites your whole family to enjoy the exciting new nighttime fun frolic of Hollywood's all-time favorites. Don't miss the Bugs Bunny Show. Yes, everybody laughs at that carrot-eating character and his crazy pals. Daffy Duck, the Big Dame Hunter, Pepe Le Pew, Yosemite Sam.
Whoa, Mule!
And who else, Bug?
The Oscar-winning Tweety Pie.
I thought I saw a pretty cat.
With Sylvester. And the fastest mouse in all Mexico, Speedy Gonzales.
And all the other cartoon stars your family and the whole world laughs at in ABC TV's nighttime fun show, The Bugs Bunny Show.
This, folks, is a Warner Brothers television production.
The Bugs Bunny Show.
Overture, cut the lights. This is it, the night of nights. No more
rehearsing and nursing a part. We know every part by heart. Overture, curtain lights, this is it. We'll hit the heights, and oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it. Tonight, what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it.
The Bugs Bunny show became very successful on ABC television in the 1960s. It became so successful, so much, that it ran for years and years and years on other networks such as Nicktoons. But, however, Bugs and the rest of the Looney Tunes characters also starred in commercial productions. Included as a bonus feature on the Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 5, we're going to take a look at a few examples of some classic adverts. I picked the ones myself, and trust me, these adverts are incredible. We've got one for Tang, we've got one for Post, and we've even got one for Post Alphabets. So, let's take a look at some of those incredible classic commercials from the Warner Bros. Vaults as Bugs Bunny and the gang became commercial superstars.
Hurry, folks, step right up, shoot a duck, and win a jar of natural orange flavor Tang. It's the new improved Tang that tastes better than ever.
Boy, I like instant Tang, but I hate the idea of shooting a relative.
Just shoot one little duck, and get this big jar of Tang.
Tang? Goodbye, Auntie.
You missed, but you can't miss with Tang. And if you really want Tang at its best, make up a pitcher full and cool it off in the refrigerator overnight. Great for breakfast or any thirsty old time.
Just gotta win some of that Tang. Okay, Aunt Duck, hold still. Why, you miserable Tangster.
Now wait, I was just kidding.
March. Step right up, folks. Hit the rabbit and win a big jar of Tang.
Yeah, it's a living, but I get all the Tang I want. I hope you do too. Post. Makers of Post Treat Pack. 6 sweet treats made just for kids. Start your day a little bit better with Post Treat Pack. ABC delicious fun. Hey, it's empty. I gotta get some more Post Alphabets, 'cause alphabets are made from oats. And oats are power-packed with energy.
Come down, Wabbit. Oh, where am I?
You're on your way home, Fudzy.
Oh, thank you, Bugs.
Now I've got all the letters of the alphabet. Yes, sirree. Alphabet spell energy from A to Z with a capital E.
Wait a minute. I am home.
Just a little bit better.
And stay out, Wabbit.
Doc, I forgot my alphabets.
Halt, Wabbit. Those are my alphabets.
They're ABC delicious.
Ah, those adverts were so cute, weren't they? Well, that nearly wraps up our very special Looney Tunes tribute documentary. I hope you really enjoyed taking a trip back in time into the Warner Bros. Vaults. But because trust me, we've really had so much good stuff, haven't we? But before we do go, here's a little quick reminder of what the Looney Tunes did today. Well, what they did after the Golden Age. Well, after the Bugs Bunny show became so successful, in 1979, Chuck Jones's production company produced the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie, followed by 1001 Rabbit Tales, which was directed by Friz Freleng, Daffy Duck's Quackbusters, and other animated movie compilations. There's been also broadcasts of Looney Tunes on BBC One in the UK, the CBBC channel in 2003 as part of Added Madness, Boomerang, which is famously famously for, and other broadcasters around the world. In 1996, Space Jam was made and starred Michael Jordan as well as the rest of the Looney Tunes gang. Looney Tunes Back in Action followed in 2003. Well, it's not a sequel, it's just another film. And of course, starting in 2003 and ending in 2011, the Looney Tunes Golden Collection kick-started. And if you look over there, there's my box set. But apart from that, I hope you really have enjoyed our very special trip down memory lane. We doing this as part of Looney Tunes' 90th anniversary celebrations. Well, I hope you really enjoyed yourself, and this documentary cannot end without the phrase that everyone knows by now.
That's all, folks.